Okay.
Right. Happy New Year!
Oh my God, that was such an awkward Happy New Year.
Should we do it again? 3, 2,
2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Yes, we're back. It's My Turn Podcast. I'm Jem.
I'm Erim.
I'm Billen. We're in the
you're
wrong
going.
order. And I'm going.
Yeah, we're in the wrong
I'm
order.
leaving you with just these two. Bye.
Bye, Billen! Welcome.
Hello again.
Hello again.
How are you?
Oh, how am I?
Yeah.
I'm all right, Erin. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very excited to talk about our Christmas board games.
Oh, so am I. And do you know what else I'm excited about? It's so lovely and calm.
Oh, because Billen's in.
Because
isn't
Billen's
here.
gone!
Oh, he's so under the thumb now. He got a girlfriend.
I know.
Bless
So
him.
Billen, our brother, you heard him wish you Happy New Year. But he had to leave us early and he couldn't record the podcast because he had to go and pick his girlfriend up.
Aw. What's his first ever one? He has to look after her well.
This is true. He's got a lot to catch up on.
Well, first official one. Bless him.
This is a podcast hosted by siblings. Usually there's 3 of us, as we've just explained.
Indeed.
But you're left with the best 2.
Yay!
Yay! So my name's Jem. I'm the eldest of the siblings.
My name's Erim. I'm the youngest and best looking.
In your opinion.
No. In everyone's opinion.
Moving on. So we've had a few lazy weeks, as I'm sure you all have.
my God.
Basically getting fat.
Yeah, how much
Sitting on
chocolate
our
have you
bums.
eaten?
At least my own body weight.
Yeah,
in chocolate.
I didn't know I could eat so much.
I mean, basically, we're just in the beginning of January now. I'm still eating about 5 or 6 chocolates
I think
a day.
I put on 5 stone.
I mean, my jeans went on yesterday. I hadn't worn them over the whole Christmas period. And I was like, ow, they hurt. They're too tight.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm wearing this pair now, but I haven't been able to take them off for 3 days. So.
I mean, there's a big pair of scissors in the house. We could just cut them off.
But I like them. I'll lose weight one day.
Yeah,
in a couple of
maybe.
weeks, I'll be able to take them off, I'm
Or
sure.
just, go and sit in a sauna for like 2 days and you'll just sweat it all out,
Yeah,
surely.
maybe a
that's
bit of
what you
butter as
do.
well. Lube it up.
Hang on, I don't think butter's going to help with your weight gain.
Well, no, it just makes it more slippery so it can come off easier.
Wonderful. And then you'll get all your greasy fingers over the board game pieces like you always used to when we were kids.
It's nostalgia. It's a proper family thing. Yeah, like...
Eric, basically, obviously we grew up together, we're siblings. We always played board games our
didn't
whole
grow
lives
up.
together. And whatever. But Erim, you always knew if Erim had played something because there was always a greasy trail of fingerprints.
Why was I so greasy?
I don't know. We ate the same food. We lived in the same anally clean house because our
Yeah.
mum is constantly cleaning. But somehow, you left a trail of grease everywhere you went.
I really don't understand that.
All
It's so
your
weird.
toys were manky as hell. They were so greasy.
no.
And it was like a lot of kids leave sticky fingerprints.
Yeah.
You were just a pure grease monkey.
Was it because I ate crumpets wrong? I ate them from the bottom up, and I know. Oh my God! I used to have butter all over my face.
Well, and over your hands, evidently. You used to eat everything wrong. You used to get a muffin and basically eat it face down. Like you
That's the
used to
best way.
pretty
Yeah, the top bit's the best bit, so you've got to leave the top till the end.
But no, you used to pretty much smush your face into the top and then eat it down into into your hand.
Well, that's why I had a greasy hand and face.
So basically,
solved.
muffin and butter grease.
Yep.
Gross.
It's all right. I've kind of stopped now.
I hope so. I mean, we've played quite a few games over Christmas, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And I haven't noticed too much grease, so I
No.
think we're all right.
Well, I haven't had any crumpets or muffins. I don't really eat them anymore.
Just chocolate.
Yeah,
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate. But I've given it up for New Year's. For a
Have
whole
you?
year. Yeah, chocolate and crisps.
Hang on. Wait 1 minute. You've given up chocolate for a whole year?
Yeah. There's a whole bloody mountain of chocolate in my room. I don't know what
You
I'm going to do
got
with
bought a beautifully sculpted chocolate tree, I remember, for Christmas. Yep. Can I have it?
No.
Oh.
I want it as decoration.
But That's a waste of nice chocolate.
I'll eat it next year. It won't go off.
How have you given up chocolate for a whole year?
Well, it's only been 5 days so far, so we have to see.
That's not good. That's
Why is
not
it
good
not
for
good?
you. You're just restricting yourself from it so much that you're going to want it so much that you're obviously going to like crash at some point. And
Well, we will see.
binge.
We will see. Anyway, back to games.
Well, that's good. Every time we play games now, I'm just going to eat a bowl of chocolate in front of you, and then I'll
alright.
put you off, and then I'll win. Yay!
To be honest, I'll miss the Sensations crisps more than I'll miss chocolate. I love them so much.
Crisps or whatever. I mean, you can kid yourself into having crisps by having very thin slices of potato that have been fried that aren't quite crisps. Aren't they called like there's some
Pommes
French
frites?
name. Yeah, is that right?
I think so. I'm not using crisps.
They make
just
them-
pommes frites.
They make them in MasterChef, and they're like really hard to make, but they're basically like a puffy crisp.
Oh,
Just eat those.
am I allowed that? Yeah, I guess. Oh,
I mean, they're not called crisps; they're puffy.
Okay. All right, back to games.
Back to games.
Rather than puffy crisps.
So what games did you get for Christmas, Erim? Did you get any games?
I did. I got Lords of Waterdeep, which is a Dungeons and Dragons game, which I'm very excited to play.
Ooh,
It's
what amazing person bought you that?
I'm not really sure. I can't remember.
It was me.
No, it wasn't. You're not amazing. Oh no, it was my lovely sister. Thank you
Yay!
very much. Yeah, because we were having a chat about Dungeons and Dragons, weren't we?
We
My-
were.
I played it like years and years ago with a friend and really enjoyed it. I mean, it's not like I'm a massive geek or anything, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed the kind of like story, like the making up of the story and like.
Were you
through
the
it.
dungeon master when you
I
played?
played as the dungeon master once, so I think I played 3 times in total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to make up my own story, which was really, really fun.
Amazing. I still have never, believe it or not, played Dungeons and Dragons.
Have you not?
Like ever.
Oh, so this will be this is Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like a set scenario.
I think it's. Hang on. Let me read the description.
Okay.
Waterdeep, the
Intermission
city of
music.
splendors, the most resplendent jewel in the Forgotten Realms, and a den of political intrigue and shady back alley dealings. In this game, the players are powerful lords vying for control of this great city. Its treasures and resources are ripe for the taking, and that which cannot be gained through trickery and negotiation must be taken by force.
So it's a South Park game.
It's a South Park game if you read it in that voice. I mean, it says it's a strategy board game for 2 to 5 players. You take on roles of different lords of Waterdeep. They're all secret rulers of the city. And then you use agents to recruit adventurers to go on quests on your behalf. So there's a lot of reward earning. You need to use influence.
Sounds pretty exciting.
I think, yeah. I mean, it says D&D Lords of Waterdeep, but I don't know if it's actually Dungeons and Dragons or if there's a Dungeons and Dragons version of it or if it's kind of a bit Dungeons and Dragons. We just
Yeah.
have to play it and find out.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to
Yeah.
geeking out properly.
And did you get any other games?
I got a PlayStation game. No other board games, unfortunately.
Oh, what a sad life you
I
have.
know, but I played plenty, so
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I got this game that I can't pronounce from our other brother, Billen,
Okay,
called,
let's try it.
let's try and pronounce it.
Zolkin.
Yeah, I would say Zolkin or
Tzolkin?
Tzolkin. It's a Mayan calendar game.
A Mayan calendar game.
It doesn't sound exciting, but apparently Billen's played it and he said it's good and it's the kind of game I'd like. But it's kind of a big clock.
Okay.
I said clock. I just want to make that clear in case I didn't enunciate very well. Sometimes with these accents, like you don't enunciate very well. So apparently, it's a big
What, is it like a
timepiece.
race against the clock? You have
I've
to
got
say
no
what-
idea. I can
Really?
read you the description actually. So yeah, this is something that Billen said was
What
a
did
really
he
good
say
game.
about it then?
He's played it once and he said it was really good.
Was that it?
And that was the basis for him buying it
How
for me.
informative.
Yeah, so
Thanks,
I
Billen.
literally don't know.
He's contributed
Whereas the game
so
I've got
much.
you, I know loads of people that have played it and they all absolutely love it and it's got really good reviews. This one, actually,
Sulking.
it's mostly got 4.5-star reviews.
How many reviews?
I mean, quite a few.
Oh,
Some
very
Board Game Beats, Board Game Geek have given it 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Let's see what the description of it is. A new game mechanism, dynamic worker placement. Oh no, I will
does
like
that
this. No, I will like this. So then it will be
worker
like,
placement.
yeah, I like worker placement games. So basically, then that's to do with getting resources, isn't it?
Okay, so is it going to be something like Catan, do you think?
Maybe.
I like
So
that
you
kind
pick
of
a
game,
worker.
actually.
Yeah, I love games like that. You pick a worker, they perform certain actions depending on the position of the worker. Actions located later on the gears are more valuable. So it's wise to let the time work for you. So basically, you're using the clock to then have an allocation of time and resourcefulness for each worker. So this actually, I will love this. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really, really, really fun, actually. Yeah, I really like those kind of games as well. Like, since being introduced to them, from Catan to Ticket to Ride.
Yeah,
so good.
Ticket to Ride is a bit different, but
Well,
yeah,
you
like
do
the
get
resource
kind of a
gathering kind of,
resource- yeah, exactly.
the resource gathering games are excellent.
Yeah.
You get so invested in your little project, don't you? Like, this is
so
my goal,
competitive
this is
as
what I'm
well.
going to accumulate,
Yeah.
and I'm going to use it to defeat you all. It's going to be great. I've got to stop doing that voice. I don't know where that voice is coming from. I've been possessed by the South Park demon. So these are games that we're looking forward to playing, but what about the games we actually played over Christmas? We've made a list, because we played quite a few.
Yeah, we played Pass the Bomb a few times. Taboo. I love this game, Articulate.
So they're both basically both the same game, aren't they?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, definitely. You've
Yeah.
you've played double Star Wars.
Yeah, I got a
played-
new double, so Star Wars double.
Okay. And then I've played Zelda Monopoly.
You
is-
bought me as well. Another game that I got bought from you was Five Nights at Freddy's,
Oh, yeah.
the board game. So I don't know if you remember last time when we recorded the podcast, we went through the Argos Oracle. And one of the first games I stopped on was Five Nights at Freddy's, the board game. And I was just freaked out by its evil little face. So you bought it for me.
Yeah, I thought, get you the whole series. So this is the first one that I managed to get for her, but I'm going to get her all the mobile games as well.
Yeah, so we've now figured out what actually Five Nights at Freddy's is,
Yes.
which is a series of mobile games that neither of us had played, but you were kind of aware of the universe.
I've played the first one, and I played like a day. You can get a free demo, and you play the first day, basically.
And they're scary, right?
Oh, they're creepy. There's like a whole backstory as well, which I've like seen people talk about online. So I want to kind of like go through all the games because apparently they're all linked into each other.
Yeah.
And like this, I think the pizza place, like a kid got murdered in it, and it's all to do with the animatronics coming alive at night and becoming really evil.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely pieces of pizza in this game. So
Yeah.
I'll talk at length about this game in a bit.
Yeah.
So what else did we play?
You've got a new one, Tension.
Oh, yeah, I played this game called Tension on New Year's Eve, which I'd never played before, which was really good. Great party game.
Yeah, I think that's the lot, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we also I bought the parents' code names, which we've reviewed in
yeah.
a previous podcast. Lot simpler than it sounds by Billen's review. So if you
Most
listen
things
to
are.
our earlier episode where we talk about code names, the kind of card-based party game, Billen makes it sound really complicated. It is in fact very
So
easy
simple.
to get into, and I highly recommend it for like diverse groups of players after dinner kind of game.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's very addictive as well. I just want it to carry on playing.
Yeah, it's bloody
quite happy.
excellent. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't know anyone that wouldn't have enjoyed that kind of game.
Yeah.
It's very accessible, but also quite challenging in a satisfying way.
Yeah.
I
You have
really,
to be quite
really
clever
enjoyed
with it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But then also you have to know who you're playing with because the teams, you have to kind of think the way that they think
Yeah.
for them to guess the right words.
yeah, it's really good.
It is really, really
I'm
good.
definitely going to buy it from more friends of mine now that I've played it. I'm like, actually, I know a lot of people would enjoy this game.
Yeah.
But I think when Billen initially reviewed it kind of put me off a bit. Sorry, Billen, you make everything sound dull. Love you.
Okay, so what should we start with then?
Let's go for Five Nights at Freddy's then, as that's the sort of newest game.
Okay, so describe it for us
In a nutshell,
in a nutshell.
crazy, scary robot teddy bear screams in your face.
Okay. So would you elaborate on that? What does that mean?
So basically, it's a very, very simple game.
Yeah.
I would describe it as if Buckaroo had a love child with Chucky from Child's Play.
Okay.
So essentially, the game is like Buckaroo. You've got a plastic mechanical thing
yeah.
which you have to
take things off of.
It's the bear, isn't it? And
Yeah,
got
it's
like
the bear, and it's got a tray of little tiny pizzas. So you have to. Oh, hang on, is Buckaroo the other way around? You put things on it. No, you take things off.
in Buckaroo.
So yes, you have to remove the pizza slices bit by bit, depending on how many. So you spin a wheel at the beginning of your turn, and you get between 1 and 3 pizza slices.
And that's how many you have to take.
That's how many you have to take off of a particular colour. So there's 3 different colours.
Yeah.
That's what makes it tricky, because sometimes your colour's like underneath all the other colours, and you've got these really shit tongs. They're the shittest tongs. They're kind of like little cat paws. They're really like a stupid shape, very hard to use. They're very big and cumbersome, and you have to pick up these tiny little pizza slices. They're probably the size of my fingernail. They're really small. And the appropriate number, and then return them to your place without, obviously, setting off the bear.
Oh, what happens when the bear gets set off?
So he scares the shit out of me, is what happens. So basically, he just jumps up and screams. But the thing that makes the game I don't just got creeped out by the game because of everything that we talked about before about it. But when you press play on the bear, or when you press go on the bear, it plays creepy music for the whole time you're playing the game.
Creepy music?
Yeah, like really creepy, distorted, horrible horror music. And then when the bear pops up, all like the pizza goes flying, its eyes open, and it's got red eyes, and it goes, ah! Like, it's horrible. So I was really scared the whole time I was playing it.
How many times have you played it? Have you played it a few?
We played it about 4 times in a row.
Goodness.
It's quite a short game.
Yeah. Who did you play it with? Was
Alex.
It just Alex?
me and Alex, two of us. And we kind of thought, like, it's a bit of a shit game in a way, because it's just very basic. And it says 8+ on it. So it's weird, because the Five Nights at Freddy's universe is definitely not for children, from what I can tell.
No.
And the game is kind of for children. So it's kind of strange. It's like having Nightmare on Elm Street, the film, with like a Freddy toy, Freddy Krueger toy, who's for kids. Do you know what I mean?
We
Like,
used
it's
to
like
watch
a weird
stuff like that, and we turned
Yeah,
out
but
all right.
we weren't meant to. What I mean is, in terms of like marketing it, it's really strange that this game is kind of a kids game, whereas then the extended franchise really isn't for kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just find that a bit odd.
Well, I mean, how creepy can you go with Chucky Buckaroo, really?
No, that's not creepy. But then if you wanted to say parents bought that and didn't know about the mobile games, and then the kids were like, oh, can I download this mobile game? It's the same as the game I bought that we played together. And they'll go, oh, yeah, why not? We know what that is.
Nightmares.
And then, do you know what I mean? Like, if an 8-year-old is playing that, I mean, definitely, probably a 7-year-old could play this game. It's so basic.
Yeah.
And they probably wouldn't be scared by it, to be honest. Because why would they be? It's just a weird little bear thing. I'm just a weirdo, and it scared me. But the mobile game, then, if they wanted to play that, and parents didn't really...
Well, it's very much a jump scare game as well.
Yeah.
A mobile game. It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the tagline, beware the jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. Oh, I can't wait for you to play it.
Yeah, I won't
absolutely
like
love
it. I'll scream.
Yeah, but that's the fun of it.
I'm gonna scream. I scream so. I mean, there's a video which we'll post of me playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'd scream my head off. And it's just a stupid toy.
Just Buckaroo.
It's just Buckaroo
creepy
with a creepy bear. So yeah, it's fun, and I think that Alex and I were talking about. We were like, actually, it would be a really fun game to turn into a drinking game.
Yeah.
Because people just get increasingly paranoid about setting off the thing and getting more clumsy.
Is it quite a good game that you'd bring to a party, do you think?
Yeah, for a kind of warm-up game or an end of the night. Like, say you want to play another game, but everyone's a bit too shit-faced to really concentrate.
Yeah.
Then it could be quite funny, but it doesn't have much life in it. You probably want to play it for like 15 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
So easy to pick up.
It's just basic. It's really it's Buckaroo. But it was fun, so thanks, bro.
That's okay, you're very welcome. Like I said, I can't wait for you to play the rest. Because they're all quite short games as they're mobile games, but yeah, the whole series altogether just looks like it will be really, really fun to play and scary to play.
So in terms of rating this game, I'd probably only give it like a 5 out of 10 because it is so basic.
Yeah.
But I still screamed. So there you go.
Good job.
That's validation. Yeah.
Happy days. Okay.
So you were going to talk about articulate
Oh my God. I love
versus
this one.
taboo.
Well,
Let's do it.
Come on, let's.
They're the same fucking game.
Are they actually?
Well, I don't know. I've
would be
never
the
really played
Have you
articulate.
never played Articulate?
No.
So basically, I think Taboo, you get the card, don't you? And you've got the word, and you can't say certain words that are also on the
Yes,
card.
they're the taboo words.
Yeah.
So it makes it
Whereas
hard.
Articulate, you just get the word. So you don't have that kind of...
What? So articulate is like easy taboo.
Yeah, but it's like you've got 30 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. So I think the timing's
Bit
a
less
bit shorter.
time. I think it's 1 minute
Yeah.
in taboo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a bit shorter. You can't say the word. You can't use synonyms, anything like that. You can't use part of the word. Like if it's strawberry, you can't say a berry made from straw or something like that.
Oh, hang on. You can't use synonyms in articulate.
No.
But you can use synonyms in, I can't say the word, synonyms in taboo as long as they're not one of the taboo words.
Okay. So there's another difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I think
other
you
than
can
that,
anyway. I don't remember. But you can't do rhymes with or sounds like.
No.
You can't do those
No,
in
no,
taboo
no, no.
either.
Nothing like that. Yeah, it's basically a simple game. You get a series of different categories such as world, people, nature, depending on what colour your piece is on when you start the game or when
Okay.
you've moved forwards. And then however many questions you answer is how far forwards you go. It's quite fun because you're under such a lot of time pressure and sometimes, bloody hell, I tried to describe cow to Beth. I was
Cow as in the animal?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
goes moo, and she said Daisy.
What?
I know, and
Just what? Just
I know, and the thing is, no one got it as well. I was like, oh come on. I mean, it was only 10 seconds, but everyone was like so distracted by her answer that they didn't even get it in the end because you're in such a like fluster to try and like
Yeah.
describe something as quickly as possible, and
Yeah.
then people try and answer, and because they're so on the spot, they're just like they just freeze.
Yeah, people get stage fright with those kind of
Yeah.
games. I mean, that's why I love Taboo because people do so well, and then they almost get it, and then someone says the taboo word, and you're like, no, because you get so flustered, you forget that you're actually saying words you're not allowed to say.
Yeah.
But actually, another difference between the two is that in Taboo you don't have categories.
Oh, you don't.
No,
It's just random as you pick them
it's
up.
just random as you pick them up. You just have hard cards and slightly less hard cards.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because we played. Were you with us when we played Taboo over Christmas?
No, I wasn't.
So Billen and his new girlfriend, who we mentioned earlier,
Yep.
they were playing it, and she was just complaining that it wasn't as good as Articulate. And I was like,
Really?
it's the same fucking game. But obviously I was wrong.
What?
But I was kind of right.
Well, there's not really that. It's not much difference.
It's kind
though.
of the same.
They're very similar.
It's just describing stuff
Yeah.
under a time pressure.
They're like at least the same category
Yeah.
of game.
I mean, so in terms of these games, they've been around forever, haven't they? I mean, they've been around a long time. What would you say the sort of, I don't know, do you think they're more popular or just the same?
Well, I think. Sorry, recently there was a game similar to it where you had like a category. Do you remember on your head? You'd play it
Heads
with a
Up.
Yeah, Heads Up.
Love Heads
that
Up.
became really popular. I remember
Yeah.
seeing everyone play that. I think it's such an easy game to play, but it's also quite fun because every word's different. Everyone describes things differently,
Mm-hmm.
so it makes it just really enjoyable.
And it's kind of an everyone can play
yeah.
sort of game, isn't it? A bit like Codenames. It's
Yeah.
quite similar in a way.
Yeah.
That you have to know the other person quite well.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're sort of timeless games, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a formula that's been repeated that works,
Mm.
I guess. Yeah, like you said, it's for all ages, good for parties. I'm sure you can make a drinking game out of it too.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
You could probably do a really crude version as well if you wanted to write some of your own words.
Yeah, that would be quite funny.
Our dad would love that. He's 30.
Yes, he is.
No, he's a really nice man. He's a really nice man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to back
He is
that.
dirty-minded though.
He giggles like a little schoolboy anytime something rude gets said. So in that
Oh,
sense,
bless him.
yeah. he's awkward dad rude, isn't he?
Yes,
Awkward dad rude.
very much so. His cheeky little laugh.
So what would you rate Articulate then? Out of interest.
I mean, it's hard, really. Like 6, 7 out of 10. It's good, but it's not like the best game ever. It's just a fun game to play.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone has it at a party, I'm really quite happy to play it. Like, it's not too much fuss. explaining the rules, you can just get stuck in straight away. Whereas
So it's
like
a
some
good,
games,
yeah, good no frills game, basically.
What about yourself for Taboo?
Yeah, probably about like 6 or something, 6 or
Well,
7.
you can't rate
I
a
love
game
it,
like
but
that
you
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
because
but you
it's
can
just-
basically make it yourself, can't
Yeah.
you? You don't even need the game. You don't even need to buy the game. You just
No.
need to get a bunch of words and say you're not allowed to say synonyms.
Yeah, and there's also like so many versions of it. So, for example, Heads Up was the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And there's probably
exactly.
a million apps just like Heads Up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, they're all really, really good fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about this other game that I played on New Year's Eve, which I'd never come across before, called Tension.
Okay.
So this game, it's sort of like the box is a bit, you know, like you look at a game sometimes and you judge it by the box.
Yeah.
And the box looks really cheap and shit, like as in the design is really cheap and shit looking. We've got it here.
Well,
You can
yeah,
have a
from
look.
the picture.
Yeah, have a look
it's
at
like
the picture
pinky,
so you can
isn't
see.
it?
It's all kind of garish colours and cartoony lettering.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a really shit game. Like one of those games that someone buys you because they don't really do any
it's called
research.
Tension
The board game, yeah. Have a look at the picture. You had it a second ago.
So it looks like. Do you know what? It looks like some sort of like crappy game show.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that is exactly the vibe that it looks like.
Orange, pink, purple, and blue. Yeah.
However, this is a bloody fantastic party game.
Okay.
We were very drunk playing. Well, I certainly was very drunk playing this, and I managed to play the entire game.
That's my sister most nights.
Yep. No, not really. Not really, guys. But basically, you split the room into 2 teams, and you just go head to head. So you get given a category.
Yeah.
And they're quite vague. So one example is we had a card that said things that are yellow. So the opposite team will say to you things that are yellow.
Yeah.
Someone turns over the egg timer, and then your team collectively lists as many things as it can that might fit the category things are yellow. On the card that the opposite team has,
Yeah.
the team that read things are yellow to you, there is a list of, I think, 10 words.
Yeah.
So the object of the game is to
Just try and
get
get them
some
all.
of those words just by listing as many bloody things as you can think of. And it is surprisingly challenging.
Really?
Yeah, like some of it is very tenuous. Some of the links are really tenuous.
Oh, is that done on purpose though to make it
I
more
mean,
challenging?
it is quite. Yeah, there was a few things. I mean, I can't think of any of the examples now, but there were a few things that you were like, really? You know, is that really where they're going with this?
Yeah.
There'd be a couple of obvious ones for each category, and then sometimes they'd just be really out there. Like I think there was things that are white, and one of them was whitewash, like as in you washed your laundry, whitewashing, and it's like no one said that.
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that? There was just stuff like that. But then there's categories like, you know, male action heroes or
Oni.
female Wimbledon winners and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And so you'd have to get through. And there was American presidents. And it's surprising how you know a lot, but do you know the ones that are on the card?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was harder than you thought it'd be. There was countries beginning with F or something.
Yeah.
And so you ended up naming loads, but you didn't necessarily get all the ones on the card in
How
the
many
allocated
would there be?
time.
Like 10 or something?
I think it was 10,
Yeah.
yeah. And you get a little notepad so you can note down if someone says the right one. So it was great, and my team did win, actually.
Oh, of
So
course.
I was
Who was
quite
on
happy
your team?
about that.
Was it just you and your boyfriend?
No, I think there was how many of us was there? There was 8 of us
Oh,
in
yeah,
total.
teams
So it
of
was two
2.
teams
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
2 teams of 4.
Sorry, that's
So
what
we're
I
just
meant.
going head to
2 teams.
head to head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's again a really simple, really accessible game. We played it while drunk and still managed to get decent scores. It was just really, really fun, and it's a good team game.
Just quickly, this is kind of like the board's kind of like shaped in a square spiral, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a
As
square
you slowly
board with
go
a
in.
spiral trail
Yeah.
in the inside.
So how do you, is it every answer you get right, you move that many forward? So if you get
Yes.
5 on one
Yes,
card, you'll go 5
correct.
forwards.
That's
Okay.
right. So
You've
out
also-
of the possible answers you could get, you get an allocation,
Yeah.
which translates to moves on the board, and it's just a race to the end, basically.
Just out of curiosity, because I'm looking at the board now, it's got some like different coloured squares on it. There's ones that look like they've got a whirlpool and question marks. Does that mean anything in particular? Does that affect the game?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? She was very drunk.
I know that the question marks did mean something, but none of us landed on them during that.
Oh.
Like we literally, because we even said at the end of the game, oh, no one landed on the question marks. It did mean something, but there's not that many of them on the board. I don't know what the whirlpools are, if they just mark the corners. I don't even remember anyone landing on them either. So
Yeah, blackout drunk.
I mean, the way that the game is, I think that it would have been fairly straightforward variation of the game, I'm sure.
So, are you going to get this game then?
I think I will. I thought it was a
Yeah.
great party game. I think our parents would really like it, for example.
Yeah, I think there is actually a game show like this, though, isn't there? Where they give people a category and then you have to list what things are like within that category, and it's like I'm sure there is something like that.
I mean, maybe this is an actual game show and we just didn't know about it. And we
Maybe.
just think it's a board game that
Hence
looks
it
like a
looks like
shitty
a-
game
yeah.
show. But actually it is a game show. I
Maybe.
don't know. Let's do some research sometime.
Yes, we will.
But
have to.
I really loved this, and yeah, again, it's not, you can't give it a massive high rating because it's pretty simple. But I'd definitely give it like a solid sort of 7.5.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, like a 7 or a 7.5, because I think even some of the tenuous links were quite funny.
Yeah, but I'm sure they probably just do that to make it a bit more challenging.
Yeah, they make it more challenging and it's funny. And then I guess the more you play the game, the more you sort of see the humour of the game as well. But one team, the team we were playing against, did get a bit annoyed because they had one of their cards said things that were yellow. Then the next card said things that were white.
Yeah.
And then they had Wimbledon. We'd shuffled the cards as
Yeah.
well. They had Wimbledon men's finalists, and then they had Wimbledon's female final. Like they just had the same cards the whole
Yeah.
time. It was really
Oh,
funny.
no.
Whereas we had a real mix. It was
Oh,
just
so it
really
worked out well
funny.
for you
Yeah,
then.
it worked out really well for
Yeah.
us. But yeah, that was good fun. I'd definitely play that again.
Oh, good stuff. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Shall we go on to Dobble Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
Explain this to us.
So Erim, have you played Dobble? I can't even remember if we talked
Is
about it.
this the one
before.
where you have like a kind of circle placemat, not
Yeah.
placemat, like a drinks mat thing? It's got different images.
Yeah, that's the
and
one.
you have to find the image that matches your one on your card that you've got in your hand. And basically, it's like Snap, but
Yeah.
with lots of images rather than just a card.
That's
yeah,
exactly
so
it.
yeah, I played that around yours, and I think we've played it a few times around here.
Yeah,
as well.
and our dad is freakishly good at it.
yeah, what is that about?
He's like a fighter pilot or something. Like he should have been a fighter pilot. He's got really good reaction time.
Yeah.
I can be all right at it, and then sometimes I'm staring at it, going, I cannot see the matching image.
Yeah.
My boyfriend bought me the Star Wars version because he said he was bored of playing the standard version because he doesn't like any of the little pictures. They annoy him. So I was like, fine, so you got me the Star Wars one just so you could play it, I
Yeah.
see. But I like Star Wars as well anyway. But so we opened it up to play it, and the pictures are really hard. So in the standard double game, you have to say what the picture is that you get a match on,
Yeah.
and lay the card down at the same time. So you have to know what you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
So if there's like a tortoise or a dinosaur or a dolphin or a key, like they're really
Yeah, really easy things.
Easy things. And in the Star Wars game, there are so many random things from Star Wars. That
Yeah.
You have to be the biggest Star Wars geek in the world to know what they're all called.
I was going to say, because obviously Star Wars is quite an iconic, film and series of films, and like obviously there's loads of popularity around it. So,
But they've
yeah.
picked like obscure
most obscure
characters,
things, yeah.
plus some of the ships that you see. Like I can't even remember what it's called now, the sail barge or something like
Yeah,
that.
so not things like TIE Fighter or Millennium Falcon.
No, well, there is those as well, but then there's all these hard things. There's also more than one Anakin Skywalker, so you have to differentiate. So there's like Anakin Skywalker pilot, Anakin Skywalker
No.
episode 3, Anakin Skywalker. Like, it's just, what? This is so hard.
Well, how
There's-
good is your Star Wars knowledge for it? Do you know all the characters?
I mean, I know a lot of them, but I don't know what the different spaceships are called. And some of the creatures, I don't know what they're all called.
Yeah.
So there's a little instruction manual that comes with it that has all the names on it. But while you're playing it, it's such a fast-paced game. There's no way, like, can't do it. It's so
Yeah.
hard. Nor can Alex, and he loves Star Wars as well. And we're just like, this is too hard because you can't remember the specific name. So if the card has got 2 Anakins on it,
Yeah.
and you've only got one Anakin match, like you have to say which one it is. Otherwise, while you're dithering, the next person can go, Millennium Falcon. And
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't. The dither time actually ruins your games. It's really hard.
No, does it ruin it for you then?
It's hard because you
It's
have
too
to.
hard.
So what we've decided is we're going to agree a consensus of easy descriptions for everything.
Yeah.
Just by what it looks like, rather than its
It's like
official
Anakin
name.
Skywalker with a helmet.
Like, Anakin boy,
brown
Anakin
monster
brat
dinosaur
when
thing.
he's a teen.
Yeah. Okay,
Anakin
brat.
adult.
Okay.
Yeah, monster with the horns.
Monster with the horns.
Monster from the cafe. Monster, like, it's just like you can't remember all their bloody names.
Yeah.
Or we're just going to have to geek out and learn them all.
Learn them all. Do it properly.
It's so hard.
So how would you rate it anyway?
I like the original Double, I think. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this one, it's like 6 out of 10.
Yeah, not as good as the original is very good and it's very easy for everyone to play. And I think it's another one of those games where, you know, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a complete geek to play it. You can just pick it up and go.
And it's a
Whereas
bit
this
like-
has like a learning curve by the sounds.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's the same game, but also it's one of those things like we were talking about when we were taking the piss out of all the different monopolies that you can get. It's like, how many games are just going to sell out and like have... Like, I understand why they do it. Obviously, it makes them money, but, you know, every movie franchise is also a version of a classic board game now.
Yes.
And this is just doing that.
It was like when we were going on the Argos thing. There was like
Yeah.
about 20 versions of...
Monopoly and
yeah,
Cluedo.
Yeah.
Just like, come on, just play Cluedo for
That
God's
brings us
sake.
nicely to our next one anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was playing Zelda Monopoly over
Okay,
Christmas.
come on.
So
What's this like?
my girlfriend basically had Monopoly that she'd bought or got bought for her a few years ago that she'd never played, and it happens to be Zelda. She's a massive fan of it, and I thought great, and we decided to make a drinking game out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, like every time you land on the fine, you had to have a sip of your drink. Every time you
Okay.
pass go, you had to allocate.
So
two
is it
shots.
literally the same as Monopoly, but just Zelda places? Because Monopoly is streets, like different streets.
Yes, it will
how-
be things like Death Mountain, Zora's Domain.
So it's
things like that.
locations,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
from various different games. So each street was a different game, basically.
Okay.
So that was quite good. But in terms of the actual gameplay, it's exactly the same. And the most disappointing thing for me was the houses were still houses. They didn't even... They were meant to be deku trees. And they weren't. They were just houses. So it was like... Yeah, you...
Oh, come on.
I know. It would have been good. It would have
And
been
hang on,
nice.
what was the money like?
It was rupees. So yeah.
Okay, money
did
was
that.
cool. What, did you
Yeah.
get actual shiny rupees
No,
instead of
no,
notes?
there were notes with a rupee.
Rupee,
Wrong
I
colours as
want-
well if you're a real geek.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I wanted green and red like actual little shiny rupees.
No. Well, can you imagine the mess?
Yeah, but I like collecting rupees. They're shiny. They're just so shiny.
Yeah, but like kids would swallow it and stuff.
They can be big. They don't have to be small. I mean, rupees, like
but
when
how
you're
you-
in Zelda, they're quite big. They're like, they come up to your
let's say
knee
it's the size
pretty
of your
much.
hand then, and then you have to pay like 10 100s to someone. So you'll
Yeah,
be like,
but, like-
oh, here you go.
It could be like, like Australian money that's waterproof. Actually, our money's waterproof now, isn't
Yeah.
it? Our new notes, they're sort of plasticky. It could be like that, like a shape of a rupee, but like plastic money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
know
but like,
that
how would you
weird,
be able to
like-
hand that to people?
Because it would
That
be
isn't-
notes, but the shape of a rupee in different colours.
Oh,
and
I
like,
see what you
know,
mean.
a
Yeah,
bit
yeah, yeah.
translucent and shiny, like the middle of our £5 notes
Oh,
are
that's
now.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
no,
like,
they didn't
make
do
it
that.
fun. So, like, the only difference then is the board's
Places.
got different names on it, and you get nice little figurines.
Yeah, you get some
Were they
figurines.
nice?
They're all right. They're
Good
just
shit.
weapons from Zelda. So you had, like, the
Weapons. You didn't get
slingshot.
characters.
No. Slingshot, Triforce,
Oh,
Hylian
I'm not
shield.
with that.
Yeah, no. It was a bit disappointing, but we had a great time anyway. We still played. Bill joined us as we had started. So Beth and I were getting drunk and he wasn't drinking. We still managed to beat him. So
Yes!
what a result.
Come on.
But
we do
yeah.
like our other brother, by the way. I mean, we're a bit harsh on him when he's not here, but
It's just competition though.
it's just competition, yeah.
I'm sure if I wasn't here, you'd do the same to me.
Nah. Yeah, we would.
Yeah, so I'd rate that 5 out of 10, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's Monopoly at the end of the day that you can't really
Yeah.
say anything
Have
more.
you played Cheetah's edition of Monopoly yet?
No.
Because that was the big thing this year that everyone's been getting Cheat's edition or Cheetah's edition
What's
of Monopoly.
Cheetah's edition?
there's like a new variant of Monopoly where you can actually cheat as part of the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't speak to how good it is. But a few people I was out with yesterday were saying they played it over Christmas, and some of them preferred it and some of them hated it. So like the people that always annoy you in a Monopoly game annoy you even more in this game
Really?
because they can do it legitimately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's only certain people I might be able to play it with.
Well, it sounds like it would be fun.
Yeah, we should definitely try it.
No, with us, we'd probably end up killing each other. I say probably, we will.
I haven't played Monopoly for so long because I get so angry.
And it takes about 4 hours.
Takes about 4 hours. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So I think we've got a couple more, haven't we? We've got
What else did we play?
Pass the Bomb. Actually, maybe it's only
Pass
one.
the Bomb. Yeah, that's our last game that we played over Christmas. So Pass the Bomb, how could you describe that? I mean, it's a time limited
Limited, yeah.
game with multiple hats. So there's a bit of trivia, isn't there?
I thought Pass the
There's
Bomb
different
was...
categories. So
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you have to spell a word using
Yeah.
the beginning or the end that they've given you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a category-based game, so it might be things you have in an office. So you just go round. Basically, everyone sits in a ring. There's a bomb that gets passed, like a little physical contraption that has a timer on it that ticks, and it goes off randomly at different times. So it's kind of like pass the parcel with questions
Yeah.
and a bomb.
Reminds me of a game I used to play at school called Hot Potato.
Yes, I remember that game. So it is very much, hot potato style game. And depending on where you land on the board is what kind of category of, it's not really a question, but what kind of category of challenge you have for each round. So as I said, you could be listing things, you could be completing words. I think there's an anagram round. And I feel like there's some kind of trivia, but I can't even remember. We only played it like a week ago. But it's it's haphazard, and what happens is people get so panicked about a bomb going off.
Throwing the bomb at
Yes,
each other.
people, instead of passing the bomb, end up throwing the bomb. So it inevitably knocks someone's drink over at some point or hits someone in the head.
We don't even need that. It spills it arm it and all.
Yeah.
We are famous for spilling things at a party.
We love spilling things at
It just has to
parties.
happen if we're there, yeah.
Oh my God. I have to warn people when I go to the house for the first time.
Really?
I'm like, by the way, I'm really clumsy, so keep all your drinks away from me. I don't want to be the first one to spill something. As soon as someone else spills something, I'm like, relax. But yeah, so this game is kind of, it gets a bit frantic because people start panicking.
Yeah.
Especially with the quick fire categories one.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same kind of thing as what we said for Articulate and Taboo. Like under pressure, under time, you just kind of go, everyone
Yeah,
gets
but
stage
in
fright.
Taboo and Articulate, you don't have a hard plastic object that you can like accidentally throw into someone's face because you're panicking. You want to get it out of your hands as quick as possible.
Well, the sense of danger makes it more fun.
Danger.
You might get knocked out.
You might get knocked out, guys. Watch it. Yeah, so it is really funny, but what makes me laugh about it the most is when we play it with the parents, they inevitably end up throwing the bomb at each other. It's just, so annoying. And then people argue about if you've already said something because you're not allowed to repeat an answer.
Yeah.
And then someone will always repeat an answer, and then everyone will go, you already said that. And then one person will go, but I didn't hear it. And they'll go, no, I didn't, you see? And then you'll just have an argument about who said what for like half an hour.
Yeah.
So it's a very funny, typical family annoyance, but also lots of fun game.
Easy to play.
Very easy to
Could
play.
kids play it as well?
Probably above 10, I'd say,
Yeah.
just because some of the questions are a bit trickier. If you've got some like really brainy 8-year-olds, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say like 10 up.
Okay. And is there anything that you dislike about it?
Just the fact that people get annoying and throw the bomb.
That makes it more fun.
I don't
think.
really like anagrams, so I find that bit hard.
Yeah.
But that's just me. My brain doesn't really like them. But I really like the game. It's fun. Yeah, but it's not, as we've said, it's not one of those genius kind of amazing
No.
games. So
Simple
it's probably,
formula.
Yeah, it's probably a sort of like 6.5 out of 10 kind of game.
Easy to pick up, easy to play, fun at a party,
Exactly.
but not for serious
Fine
games.
for intergeneration
Yes.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Non-offensive. unless you knock someone's drink over, obviously.
Start a fight with them. So what would you rate it?
Yeah, probably like a 6.5.
6
I'd
out
say.
of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say same as well. From the few times I've played it, exactly the same.
Yeah. So all in all, I'd say we had a pretty good run of
actually.
games. We went back to sort of some old classics really this
Yeah.
Christmas.
I do love the old classics, and also because you're with your family as well, it makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, and they're not as hardcore as we are. So
No.
if there's a game with loads of rules, they're just like, oh no, can we just play something else? Oh,
Like the
they're
first time we played Catan,
oh no,
people were just like, no.
oh no, I don't want to play. But then once they got into it, they bloody loved it.
yeah, once it's like, but now, well, they have started joining us for other ones anyway.
Yeah,
haven't
like
they?
Ticket to Ride, that
Yeah,
was popular.
Ticket to Ride.
And that was one that I think like our dad especially was really put off by the amount of rules at the beginning. But now he's the first person to say, can you bring Ticket to Ride? He loves it.
Well, he won, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why he loves it.
Anyway, that's us done for our New Year's roundup of
Yeah.
Christmas games.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us. Go back and listen to some of our old episodes. We've got another episode coming at you pretty soon as well in the new year. And give us a share, give us a like, give us 5 stars. Why not?
Yeah.
Treat us for the new year.
Please do, be nice.
Yay! And happy 2019!
Happy 2019.
Bye.
Don't eat too much chocolate. Bye.